Alright, here we go. Hey tubers, welcome back to our channel. We're Couch Potatoes. We're a family that sits together and watches movies and then gives our first impressions and reactions as to what that movie was and whether or not we liked it. We judge the movies on a potato scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a raw potato, 10 being the best baked potato ever. Anyway, so welcome to the group, and we'll go ahead and get started with whose pick it is today.
It's my pick. And I picked Convoy. It's a 1978 movie, and it's about, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, a guy is sort of like trying to run from like cops and stuff, and sort of to get back at them, creates a super big convoy. Very simple concept.
Should be interesting. I think maybe I saw it growing up. Not really sure.
A little backstory is like I watched it with my dad years ago. I was very young, a lot younger, and I haven't seen it since. So I don't know. Nostalgia says I thought it was pretty good. So we'll see if that still holds up.
Okay, and we're watching this for Tubi.
Yes.
Which is free, and you just have to watch ads though.
Yeah, which is fine. Alrighty, so here we go. Hey folks, welcome back. We are done watching a movie, Convoy, from 1978. We went to the Wayback Machine for this one. Anyway, this was Warren's pick.
We'll let Warren go, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll start with Warren, so go ahead.
I mean, actually, it kind of held up to expectations. I did enjoy I enjoyed it again, and looking back at it, I got a lot more of the. I understood a lot more of it than I did back then. Because I think I was a little younger. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. All right.
No, we didn't. Hold on, we didn't do a plot synopsis. Although to be fair, I mean, it's what it sounds like. It's a bunch of guys making a giant convoy of trucks.
Yeah.
Because
followed by a bunch of keystone cops.
Yes.
It's a giant
breaking
chase
a few laws along the way.
Yeah.
It's
But
a giant
you're
chase movie.
Yep.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Based on the song.
Yes. Based
Yeah,
on the
which
song
I don't
Convoy.
remember hearing the song, but if you know the song Convoy, it's based on that.
I mean,
Yeah.
they started playing a little bit at the end.
I think it was a social commentary of the times, though.
Yeah.
You know, this
I mean,
guy
Which
was.
kind of translates to today very well.
Yeah,
Right, surprisingly.
Because I was thinking, like, pretty much just like uniting people under the band of hating cops. Pretty much.
It
Corrupted
was a little
cops.
more than that. Yeah, I mean,
The cops
the
were
police
like-
were corrupt.
Yeah.
I think the government itself was corrupt. Is
Oh,
how
yeah,
it seemed to me.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think it was just the police. It was the government.
Kind of poke fun at that a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, they did, and brought up a whole bunch of things that were present at the time. So, and like Johnny said, it definitely holds up even today. So, yeah, I'm not a huge cop chase movie type person, so I don't know if I have a lot to say about it. It was a good movie for the time. I thought it was good. It may have been a little plot thin, but again, that was more along the lines of that's the type of movies they were putting out in those days.
Yeah.
It was. I thought some of the relations between the men and women were.
Yeah, but
I
that
don't
would also
know that
have
those
just
would have held up in today's.
that also might have just been like poor directing / like a side effect of kind of like just like the acting of the time as well.
Yeah.
Because it very much was just kind of like the women were just kind of just like staring off into the distance and looking mildly disinterested the entire time.
Yeah, it was kind of uncomfortable watching the women and this.
Yeah, because you
It
kind of
seemed just
had
a little-
no idea of, like,
Yeah.
are you liking what's going on? What is happening?
Yeah, it was just the weirdest thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
every woman in it, but some of them, it was just like
couple
really
of them
weird.
were
They
really
didn't have
just-
the appropriate facial expressions for what was happening in the scene, and it was just like.
Why do
yeah.
you look like that?
But you're right, that may have just been for the times and the acting technique in those days, so that's a possibility. Like I said, I felt like it was a little plot thin. I mean, pretty much the chase was on from the very beginning. It started off, hit the road running. Yeah, so I think I would have liked to see some of the stories fleshed out a little bit more, but I don't know how they could have done it in the time frame that they had.
I mean, it's
very
very
much
much
the connections.
like again, I think it's also just very much just like a product of its time, essentially,
I agree.
where it's kind of just brief entertainment, maybe like a sprinkle of political or societal commentary, some character development to keep things moving, but other than that, really just like it's just there.
It's more action packed and
Mm-hmm.
A lot more
destruction
action.
stuff.
Yeah, like
I guess
John mentioned.
I guess kind of like those kind of like vibes-based art house movies where it's kind of like nothing really happens, but it's a nice experience at least.
Yeah. And like John mentioned, he said they were having fun just destroying these cars and trucks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I mean, all those effects had to be practical.
D, you're up. Why?
I mean, the movie was okay. Wasn't my cup of tea, really. Like you said, the plot was thin, and it's just a giant chase movie. It was okay, and the effects, everything were practical. I mean, it had to be for its time, but to me, it was definitely dated. And it's a simple movie, but I think for me, it's a little too simple.
Yeah.
And I kind of find it a little boring at times and paces, but for what it was okay.
Yeah. Good nostalgia kind of movie for those of us who were around back then, or
have seen it earlier.
right. So, anything else? Are we ready for scores?
I guess so.
Guess so, yeah.
Oh,
Very brief, but I mean, that
Yes.
fits for
I
a
mean,
very
yeah.
brief movie.
yeah.
I mean, you could probably look at it and pick it apart and do some kind of multi-hour long essay about the societal implications of it, but also it kind of just doesn't need that really. I mean, it's just a simple movie. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, for the time period too, was it 88?
78.
78. Okay, 78. It had some incredible shots of trucks coming at you or side view. So the cinematography to me was pretty good for
I mean,
for a 78 film.
yeah, I mean, if you like trucks, it's got trucks.
Right?
Yeah, you like semi trucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did some good shooting there. I gotta give them that.
Yeah, I gotta give them for that too.
So
and then
the crash
The
scenes are
fight scene was all slow motion, where I just found hilarious.
not the whole thing, but a good chunk of it.
Yeah, and you could definitely tell where it was very much like okay, we're gonna have you fall in this direction.
Yeah, definitely 70s
That
fight.
was the take.
And I think all the rollovers were in slow motion too. It was just hilarious.
Yes. And a lot of the crashing is slow motion.
Yeah, you got the over dramatic woman running through fields in slow motion.
You got
True.
bars or diners being torn up by a giant fight.
Okay,
entire
every
diner.
scene, every set was destroyed.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I don't know that there was a set remaining by the end of this movie.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's sort of like, it was just like a guy's action movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very
Yeah.
much so. Alright, scores.
Yes.
D.
I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'd probably also give it a 4 out of 10. Again, it's simple, it's fun, it's just a movie. It's just there.
Yeah.
It's not bad though.
No, it wasn't bad.
I'm give it probably because nostalgia talking about. I'm definitely giving it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, sounds good.
So,
I think I'll go 7.5 here because, like I said, I was entertained. I laughed. Had political commentary. It had slow motion. For some reason, I just for this film, I kind of enjoyed it. It kind of fit. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah, 7.5, 7.5.
Alright, and I'm gonna give it a 6. I think it was good for what it was. So it's a 6.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think we're recommending you may want to watch it if you're somebody who yearns for the past and you're interested in a nostalgic piece. This would be the movie for you.
and it's free on Tubi, so.
And it's free on Tubi.
Ads, but
Yeah, we do just have to sit for some ads, but I mean,
it's not that bad.
yeah, it's actually
It's better than the actual commercials on TV.
It's actually not terrible because I was expecting it to be like, because I'm so used to like 3 to 4 30-second unskippable ads, but this is actually decent, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I have to give points to Tubi for this.
I mean, the timing was a little weird, but
yeah, that's like drove me to really nitpick, but I mean.
Anyway, so if you want to watch it, we say go watch it, for about a 2-hour.
Hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah, if you have like less than 2 hours to kill, it's again not terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. Anyway, so we would like for you all to like, comment, subscribe, and tell us what you thought of the movie if you watch it.
Alright, until next time.
Yeah.
Splits
So
out.
it's out.
Bye.